when we're in the dark for too long, we kind of tend to manifest fear, misunderstanding, and sometimes even scary monsters. But when you turn a light on, it kind of changes the whole situation most of the time. I mean, sometimes there might actually be a freaking scary monster and you're kind of dead, but that's rare. Most of the time, it's gonna be like, oh god, it was just like a freaking grasshopper or something. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that the internet, it's given us a way of spreading fear in a way never seen before. Confusion and fear, that's all darkness, that's all whatever, that's okay. But it's also given us something new, and that is a way to spread light in a way never seen before. And I know that sounds very corny, but we got to really think about what light is. Because light is just honesty, it's truth, it's information, and it's love. It's love. And what we're seeing, what I personally believe, all this chaos right now is just because the internet has given us a way to spread both that darkness and also that light, which is the most simplest kind of corny analogy I can come up with. But they're clashing right now, and that is the chaos. It's being shown on a grand scale because of the internet. And I think what that really boils down to is yin yang. If you really like think about it, that's just like the white and the dark fish is circling around each other, and that's what's been going on throughout human history. We're just seeing it in our time frame right now, but we're seeing it, on, like I said, on a much grander scale because of the internet. But the issue we have right now is that it's not like those fish, they're supposed to be dancing with each other, circling around dancing. It's like a perfect little harmony thing. But right now it's like a freaking conflict. It's like a battle, dude. Like, that's not good. That's not good at all. No one likes conflict, or the people that do shouldn't have any say in it. But what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I mean, and what does that come from? If we have this big, massive wave of energy flowing across the planet, this chaotic energy, where is that coming from? Well, it's coming from us. And at the end of the day, I think all of this is just human emotions and traumas. Sometimes it's generational, and a lot of it is cycles that go down through parents to children, or whatever, the systems, the environments, whatever. A lot of it is just trauma and freaking human emotion. And I really agree with Mr. Rogers when he said, anything that is human is mentionable, and anything that is mentionable can become more manageable. And so if we begin to each individually kind of tame that yin-yang battle in ourselves, and we find peace and balance, and we do that energy is going to spread just like how this chaotic energy is spreading. And when that light, when that truth, when that honesty, when that information, when that love, when it spreads, when it prospers, I think, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but I have a good feeling about it. I have a really good feeling. I'm never going to give up on hope on it. What I have learned to do, or I've learned to do by getting knocked on my butt enough times, and that's the only way that I have learned this, is to sit down. Because what I used to do is, when I felt these emotions, I would run away. I would try to find a distraction. I would hide from them. But I've learned to just sit down and listen and see. Because the more you listen, and the more you try to understand, and the more you see, and the deeper you get, the deeper and deeper you get, you realize, oh crap, these thoughts aren't me. These thoughts are coming from some deeper part of me that I just have been ignoring and neglecting. And if I can sit down, I can understand them, and I can, because like if you have anxiety or fear or whatever, that is just probably coming from a lack of feeling security, of like you need nurturing, you need to nurture yourself, you need to love yourself, and you need to provide that security for yourself. You need to be like, oh God, like you need to go to the inner child. Like that's what I had to do. I had to go to like the inner child of me that was still scared and fearful and hurt, and they'd be like, okay, it's okay, I'm here now, it's all right, let's just sit down, let's talk, like I'll listen to whatever you have to say, like it's okay, we're fine, it's okay now. And that was kind of, I guess, my journey on that. But everyone else is going to have their own little character arc and character development journey and story. At the end of the day, humans are creators. If we're not creating with our hands, we're creating with our minds, and if we're not creating with our minds, we're creating with our internal organs, which comes out in, like, pee and stuff. So we're always creating something, we're always doing something, we're just thing makers. That's what we are, and it's okay. But we got to decide at some point, you got to be like, okay, what do I want to create though? What am I creating here? And going forward, what I'm going to be creating personally is I'm getting some freaking land, and I'm going to learn how to build a house from YouTube videos, okay? That is what I'm going to create. And I'm going to create a garden, and I am going to get goats and chickens, and I am going to just be okay. I'm going to be okay. And I'm thankful to have a healthy body so I can do these things, and a healthy mind so I can learn these things. And I think most people do have a healthy body and mind, so they're capable of creating a lot more than they think they are. But I think that to empower yourself like that, you really got to go through some kind of internal journey. You really got to get that yin yang of yourself. The two fishes, you got to get them under control. You got to get them in harmony. It doesn't mean getting rid of the darkness. It doesn't mean getting rid of the light. It means just getting them in harmony and letting them. I don't know how to find the right words to even explain this, but this is where I'm at. And this is anxiety, fear, pain, stuff, all those emotions. They're all going around me like this. Here I am. Here's the anger. Here's the fear. Here's the anxiety. Here's the nervousness. Here's the whatever it is. These are thoughts, these intrusive thoughts that tear you, that rip you, that cut you and hurt you and make you bleed and make you angry and frustrated. All these thoughts, they just go around me like this and this. And I'm just in the center, and I'm just watching them, observing them come. And what I can do, if I focus on my breathing, is I can begin to let them circulate. I can feel them, I'm not ignoring them, but I can feel them, and I can just circulate through my body if I just let it flow. It's all about letting it flow, and circulate and filter. And then what happens is, instead of trying to get rid of these things, you realize, oh shit, this is my energy. This is my power. And I'm just letting it be used in ways that are hurting me. These are parts of me that want to protect me and want to keep me safe. And I'm allowing it to hurt me somehow. And I need to come into harmony and peace with these somehow. And that's how I came to understand it. That's me speaking from my experience. I don't know what it's like for other people, or only the few people I do know, but that's what it's like for me. So I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but yeah. So yeah. There's something on the tip of my tongue. I feel like it's about to come out. I feel like I'm so close to like getting this idea, this perfect sequence of words I could find or muster that could somehow explain this feeling I have, this I want to say love, but I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just understanding and love. And I pain is something that you cannot control. You're going to have painful situations happen to you, and you're going to have painful events, and you're going to experience pain, but you can choose whether you want to hold on to that pain or let it flow and cycle and filter through you. And when you hold on to it, that's what we call suffering, and we suffer and we suffer and we suffer, and that's a never-ending cycle. You can go do that forever. But pain doesn't got to be that way. Pain is like a mental injury is no different than a physical injury. It can be healed with time, enough healing, enough care, it will heal. And the fun thing about that, the cool thing about that is your mind, my mind at least, or your mind also, assuming, I don't know, actually, I assume a lot of things, but I know very little. Your mind is like a muscle, right? When you tear that up, when you work it, it's going to heal back stronger and stronger and stronger if you look at it from the right perspective. It's all about looking at things from the right perspective, it's all about looking at things from the right perspective. That's really what it's all about. But that's really what it's all about. That's really the entire case. It's really just looking at things from the right perspective. But